Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
SED is a language for processing the text streams. So it has its own features like um, all the control statements, like other programming script. It is basically a scripting language. So how the other scripting languages have the features, so this is also having all the features. And generally SED is mainly used for processing your text data. Okay, so generally we give the text document as a input to your SED script. So it will execute all the statements, SED statements that we have given, actions that it will perform on that text file, text data. So SED stands for stream editor. It is mean by a stream editor. Um, how it will execute the programs is, so you can execute uh, SED commands, command line in a single, like one by how we execute your shell commands and at the shell prompt. So in the same way you can also execute your SED commands at the shell prompt, at the command prompt. Okay, command line. So using, when you are executing at the command line, you use sed space minus e option. Okay, if you are executing your SED command from a command line, we will use this syntax, sed space minus e and your command. Okay, whereas if you are executing the SED command like a script, you will write it in a script. So the SED scripts will have an extension of .sed. So whatever you want to do, all the operations you define in a SED script, and you want to execute that script from your command prompt. So in that case we use SED with the minus f option. Okay, so my script.sed is the script that you want to run, and then this is the input file, text file. And in that case we use minus f option. So if you are executing like a script, we use minus f option. If you are executing like a command, we use minus e option. Okay, so most of the demonstration that we see in this class will be like command only, we will execute it. At the end I will show you one example how to execute the in the script form. So every SED statement have the general syntax like this. An optional label, a statement can have an optional label. If you want, you can put, otherwise need not. And you will have an address pattern. So this address can be, so on which lines you want to perform your action. So the address can be, you can specify the address in many ways. So the address can be a line number, say on fifth line, or dollar means in the last line, dollar indicate the last line, so percentage indicates the current line. Whereas 1 tilde 3 means every third line starting from first line. So like that you can select the lines of text in that file, so that your action will be performed only on those selected address lines. Or your address can be a regular expression, a regular expression, or your you can specify the addresses in different ways. say from this line to this line. So from this line, you can say that as a regular expression. This is a two line and from line, both can be regular expressions. Or starting address can be regular expression. From there, next four lines, you can say. Plus 4 means this is the starting line, and next four lines. Or you can specify the range of address as from 5th line to 15th line, like range you can specify. Okay, like that you can specify the address in many ways. Okay, so that address pattern can be a specific address, line number, or the range, or negation symbol indicate except that what we have said. Say suppose if I say line 5 to line 10, between after that if I put an explanatory mark like this, negation, that indicate except that everything opposite, it will take opposite. Okay. And so we will have an address pattern on which the action is to be performed, and the next one is you'll have the action. So action is specified using a command. What you want to perform, that we will say in action. So almost all the commands inside the action will be like your ed or X editors that we have seen in the second week. And based on the action you are performing, it may require some parameters. So those options we give it here. These are optional. If required, we will use it. Okay. So this is the general format. We will see. You might not have understand what the general format is. When we are exploring it, you will understand it this easily. Okay. So let us. So in the action part, we can specify more than one action, more than one command you can run. So when you are specifying more than one action, those actions are to be separated by semicolons within the bracket. First action followed by a semicolon, second action followed by a semicolon, third action, like that you can specify n number of options between the curly brackets. So this is the way we address the data, which lines are to be processed. So we said SED is a text processing editor, text processor. So which text is of the file is to be processed, we will specify using address. So address can be, I said, the particular line numbers. Dollar indicate the last line. Percentage means current line. One tilde symbol says that every third line, every like first it will process the first line, starting from the first line, every third line. That means next it will process the fourth line, next it will process the seventh line. So like that, every third line it will process. Or you can specify the address also. Suppose I want to process a line which contains some specific word. So that word I can specify like an irregular expression, or it contains some 3 digits. So like that, you can specify a regular expression for the. So we will see the example for all these cases, how we need to specify the address. Okay. And in the action part, I said we'll have a commands. By the default action of a set command is a print. Okay. So in the action part, if you say P, that means use print the specific pattern specified. Okay. And D means delete. S means substitute. Equal to means current line number. It will display the current line number. And for comment, we use hash. I means insert, A means append, C means change. All these are the different commands we issue in the action part of your set statement. Even we can write some programming also. B label means it will branch to the given label. So a line which is having this label, it will go to statement. It will be like, it will branch to the statement which is having this label. Okay. And so we will see them in the demonstration one by one. Okay, let me start the demonstration. So for demonstrating all the concepts, I am taking a file called sample.txt. So this is the file we are using, sample.txt. So it contains some text. It can be anything, in not only this. Okay. So for simplicitiness, which line is get affected due to our command? So for that, I have taken 15 lines. Each line is numbered with L1, L2 like that up to L15. Okay. So this sample file, on this sample file, I am working with the commands. So sed is the command, sed -e. Suppose if you are running your command from the command prompt. So this is our command prompt. If you are running your sed command from the command prompt, we use -e option. -e option. So sed -e, and action, I am not specifying any action. Generally, action we specify within the quotes. It can be a single quote or a double quote, but always we prefer a single quote only. It will work even inside the double quote also. Okay. So here inside this we specify the action. Here I'm not specifying any action. I'm not writing anything in the action part, and it should be worked on a file called sample.txt. So I said the default action performed by the sed command is print. So this will print the contents of this file. The sed command, it's same thing like a cat. Okay. So here I have not specified any action, but the default action is a print. So it will print this file. Okay, sed -e. It is same as saying print, P option here. Okay, so whereas it has repeated twice like that, because by default action it has printed once, and because we gave the P option, it has printed another time. So two times print action is performed. Okay, so the default action is print, so it will print all the lines. Hello, am I audible, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want to suppress the default printing, I don't want the default printing. So I want to suppress the default printing. So then we can use -n option. My sed command with the -n option will suppress the default printing. Okay. So if you now press an enter, so what happened? Default printing is stopped, and we have not specified any action between the quotes. So nothing will be printed. Nothing will be done. Okay. Now if you say print here, so it will display all the lines. So because of this action that we have specified, it will print all the lines. Okay. So -n option, it will suppress the default printing. Okay. If you don't want, you don't want your system to act automatically. So in that case, we can use -e option. Okay. Suppose I'm removing the -n option here. Here, suppose if I give equal to. So what did the equal to will do? equal to will print the current input line number. Okay, it will print the current input line number, the line number that it is processing, that line number it will display. Okay, so anyhow the default action is print, that printing as well as this line number. Say first it will display the line number, so the action which we specified, after that default printing of the line 1, and then line number 2, like this default printing. Suppose if you suppress the default printing, then what you will get? What you will get?
Only line numbers, ma'am.
Yeah, only line numbers. Only line numbers, because this output printing is suppressed. So equal to means we are saying print only line numbers. How many lines are there in your text file? So those line numbers will be displayed. Okay. So that is a equal to option. Suppose I want to print only the fifth line. Okay. Suppose if I am keeping mine, I want to do only the action which I have specified. I don't want any default printing. Okay. So that's why I kept -n option, and I want to print only fifth line. I don't want to print all the lines. I want to print only fifth line. See L5. So line 5 is printed. Fifth line was printed. Okay. Suppose here I want to give a space. Wait. Actually, suppose if you give something in a double quote, it will interpret the, suppose if we have a predefined symbols, something like that, so it will interpret those symbols. Suppose you don't want to interpret such a symbols, then always we prefer to give it in the single quote. So if it is in a single quote, it won't interpret the meaning of that. So it will escape the interpretation of the predefined characters. Okay. So for that purpose, we use always we prefer giving single quote. We'll specify the action using single quote instead of double quote. Okay, we'll encounter somewhere. I'll show you the what is the difference between single quote and double quote. So it will print only fifth line. Suppose if I say negation of the action. So before the action, if I specify negation symbol, it will, that means the meaning of this is you print only fifth line. Negation means except the fifth line, you print everything. The meaning is except the fifth line, you print everything. See here, the fifth line is missing. The fifth line is missing. After fourth line, it has displayed the sixth line. Except the fifth line, you display everything. So negation means if you put a negation in front of the action, that says that except the specified action, you do the remaining opposite. And we can also specify the other, we will see the other components, address components. So we have seen fifth line or some nth line, you can say any number. So dollar means last line. Last line means, see here, except the last line, you want to print everything. So in that case, you can say dollar. Except the last line, you print everything. So 15th line is not displayed. Okay. Suppose you want to specify a range. You want to display all the lines from 5th line to 9th line. You want to print all the lines from 5 to 9. Line 5 to line 9. So line 5 to line 9. Okay, range also you can specify. Okay, suppose you want to print every third line. 1 tilde 3. See here, starting from the first line. So first line is displayed. After that, third line. So the gap between this line and this line must be 3. So 4 minus 1, 3. 7 minus 4, 3. 10 minus 7, 3. So every fourth line it will display. That means 3 lines gap it will leave between them. Okay. So every third line. Suppose if you specify 2, every second line it will display. Okay. So 1 first line starting, this is the starting. Here whatever you are saying, this is the starting line. So from there every second line. So it has skipped second line, third line is displayed, fourth line is skipped, fifth line, sixth line is skipped, seventh line, like that. Every second line it will display.
Ma'am, what is difference single code and double code, ma'am? What you have said?
Like suppose you have a predefined symbols, symbols which is having some meaning in the language, like dot star, like you will have some special symbols will be there, no, in the line X. So if you use a double quotes, it will interpret those symbols. Meaning of those symbols will be interpreted. Suppose if you use a single quote, it won't interpret that meaning. Like suppose if you have a $A, suppose if you say $A, suppose A is a memory variable, environment variable. So it will interpret the $A means it will display the value of A. But here I don't want to interpret that meaning. So in that case, we put it that $A in single quote means it will be treated like a dollar symbol followed by A, or like that. Suppose if you put it in a double quote, the way A value will be replaced, and that with that value it will work out. Okay, so to escape the interpretation of the special symbols, we use a single quotes. I'll show you one example also. By the time till the end, you see, you will get one example.
Ma'am, could you please show what happens when n is removed, minus n is removed? In this case, last case now.
Minus n you want to remove.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose if you remove the minus n, so these lines will be displayed twice. The lines, alternate lines will be displayed twice. The remaining lines will be displayed once. Here, line 1 2 times, line 2 is normal, line 3 2 times, line 5, every alternate line is this, because one is the default line printing, the other is the one which we specified in the action. Okay, so it will print twice. The lines which satisfies this condition, this action, are printed twice, because one is the default, another one is because of this statement. Okay. So if you want to perform only the action specified by you, then minus n option is compulsory. Okay.
Yes.
Suppose you want to execute multiple commands, multiple actions, not a single action. You want to perform multiple actions. So in that case, equal to, say suppose equal to means it will display the current line number. So that is one action I want to perform. Put a semicolon. After that, whatever I want, say I want to print the lines 5 to 8 lines, the line number 5 to line number 8 I want to print. So this is one action and this is the another action. So I want to display both the action. I want to perform both the actions. So in that case, the actions are to be separated by semicolon. See here. For the line 1 to 5, it has displayed only the line numbers. So from 5th line onwards, line number as well as printing. Line number and printing. Line number. So up to 8, it has printed both the line number and printing. And after again, only this single action is there. So that action it will perform. So if you want to perform more than one action, so those actions are to be separated by semicolon. And then suppose you want to perform this action, this line number action only on these lines. So while displaying only the lines 5 to 8, you want to display the line number. You don't want to display these empty lines line number. So in that case, how we will specify that is so this is the on these lines you perform multiple actions. One action is display the line number, other action is print the lines. Okay, so on line numbers 5 to 8, first action you want to perform is print the line number, semicolon, and the second action you want to perform is print them. Okay, so in that case it will display the line numbers only for the lines 5 to 8. So 5 and then line is displayed. Okay, printed. 6 and then line is printed. So like that. Okay, so if you after space, so this these actions belongs to this particular one. To say that, you out immediately after that you put it in the curly bracket and list out all the actions you want to perform on these lines. Okay. And then the other way to give the addressing is you can also use regular expression, I said. So suppose I want to print all the lines which contains the word, say my file is, suppose this is my file. I want to print all the lines which contains the word something Linux, which contains the word Linux. So here you can specify the search pattern like a regular expression. Okay. So generally regular expression we backslash and then word. How we specify the searching in case of your editors, ed or ex editors, same pattern it will follow. Okay, so Linux. So I want to print all the lines which contains the word Linux. So there is only one line which contains the word Linux. You search for the word which is having more than repeated more than once. Say Camtasia. Okay, so search for the word. Search all the lines which contains this word Camtasia. Okay, so there are two lines, L12 and L13, which contains this word. So like that you can also specify a regular expression. Suppose we want find a line which contains this word impress. From there, next 3 lines you display to say that. Okay. So, impress, comma, +2. +2 means first it will find out the line which contains this word impress. From there, the next 2 lines it will print. The next 2 lines it will print. So suppose think that impress is there in multiple lines. So the first occurrence it will consider. It will consider the first occurrence. So the first occurrence of that word is L5. So L5, after that 2 lines. So L6 and L7 will also be displayed. So that is the address range. So even both from this line to this line also, you can, second part also you can specify another regular expression. Say for example, the word containing latex, small latex, to the word containing Calibri. Suppose you want to display also. First is also a regular expression. Say latex, comma. The second is also up to the line that contains Calibri. So first occurrences it will take both. Z minus E.
P is not there. Print.
P is not there. So it has started from the line containing latex. It has displayed all the lines that occur till Calibri. The remaining lines till we found the word Calibri, till the line which contains the word Calibri. Okay. So like that, both can be from and to can be regular expressions, or regular expression plus something, or from this line to this line, from this line every second line, or the first can be a fixed line number and the second can be a regular expression. Say from 5th line to till the word that contains Calibri. So like that you can give. So this is the address range. Range can be specified in any one of these ways. Okay. Now we have seen the, till now we have seen only the print option, the print action and then equal to. Now we'll see the other actions also. Delete. Delete means it will remove those lines, the specified lines in the address range. Say, suppose you want to delete the lines from 5th line to 8th line. So you can say 5, 8 D. The action is D. D means delete. So it will remove the lines. Line 5 to line 8 will be removed. Okay.
Ma'am, if you want to print only the last line, then is it possible?
Yes, you can also print only the last line. $P. It will print only the last line. Okay.
Last 2-3 lines also we can specify, ma'am.
Yes, last 2-3 lines, like you need to use a logic. I think
Last 5 lines, ma'am. Exactly last 5 lines.
dollar comma minus 5p. Let us, like, plus is working. No, wait, we'll see. No, minus is not working. So just I'm trying it. Okay, so plus is there. Last 5 lines. Like we need to use some logic while writing the, like
Okay.
in the form of script you need to write, and you need to find out first how many lines are there, what is the line number of the last line. From
Okay.
there you need to subtract. So like you need to write a script to find the fifth line, last line, and then you need to apply. Okay, so there is
Yes.
no direct command, but you can implement the logic to get the last 5 lines.
Yes, ma'am. But in regex, in regular expression, we were able to print, no, ma'am.
Yeah, you can give the regular expression which specifies the last 5 lines. Here you can use a regular expression
Yes.
which will print the last 5 lines. That regular expression you can specify here, so that it will print only the last 5 lines.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
So why it is not okay, minus an option I gave, so that's why it is not working. Okay, so it, see, d means delete. I am deleting the first line, so it has displayed like default action is print. I have used the default action. No, so it has printed except the first line, all the lines it has displayed. Okay, suppose I want to remove all the lines which contains the word Microsoft. I want to remove all the lines which contains the word Microsoft. I think M is capital in all, everywhere. Case sensitivities. So remove all the lines which contains the word Microsoft. See here, third line contains the word Microsoft, and fourth, fifth lines also contains the word Microsoft. So those lines are removed. Okay, if all the lines which contains this word are removed. So D option, suppose you want to delete the entire file. So in that case, you can simply say first line to the last line. To specify last line, we have a symbol $. So remove all the lines from starting from first line till the last line. So it will remove everything. Okay, so whatever the action that you are performing will be performed only for display. It won't affect the original file. It won't affect the original file. Suppose you want to affect that original file, you have to use with the other commands of your Linux, like redirection, greater than, or pipelining symbol you can use to combine this action with the other Linux commands. Okay. If you say greater than, here you use a greater than symbol and write another file. So whatever the output that it is generating, it will be redirected to that another file. Okay, so that another file will have the modification of what we have, but it will not affect the original file. Only it will display it on the screen. Whatever the action that we are performing, it will display it on the screen. It won't affect the original file. So like that, you can use a delete action. Okay, print action, delete action. And now we'll see substitute, search and replace. Generally we you call that as a search and replace. It will search for a particular pattern and replace that with something else. Okay, suppose I want to replace all the words that contains Microsoft with the yes is the command, substitute Microsoft with capital letters. Say capital Microsoft. Replace Microsoft with capital letters, Microsoft. Suppose if you give it like this, so it will replace only the current line. It will replace only the current line. You want to replace everywhere, any number of times. If that word contains any number of times, so like suppose if I give it like this, only first occurrence it will replace. Only first occurrence it will replace. I want to replace all the occurrences wherever comes, any number of times it occurs, then replace everything. To say that, we use G option. Okay, first we'll see this. What happened? Search, single quote, search Microsoft with the Microsoft sample.txt.
I think, ma'am, last slash and G will
G means any number of times. The meaning of G is any number of times. So wherever there is Microsoft, it has replaced everywhere with the capital Microsoft. So if we didn't specify this G, it will replace only one occurrence. No? Okay. So that one occurrence, everything you can specify using address lines. Say only on first line you want to replace.
That slash may work, ma'am, before G in the earlier.
So this word, this is the word. This
Yes,
word
ma'am.
is to be replaced by this word. Substitute means it will search for this. In the first slashes, it will search word. This is the word you need to search. And that search word is to be replaced by this second slash.
Yes, ma'am. After the capital letters, that slash, if you can give without G, it will work, ma'am.
Yeah, it is not working. No, we have just
Actually,
okay.
that forward slash is not.
Okay. Yes, it will work. Only first occurrence it will replace. The remaining occurrences we need to like in the first line there is no word called I gave one here. Okay, I will remove this. Okay, if I give only the first occurrence, no, not first occurrence. Okay, first occurrence on every line. First occurrence on every line is replaced. Suppose if we edit this file, see, if we write 2 times Microsoft, then only first occurrence it will replace. Wait. Okay, suppose in the, let me write 2 times here. Somewhere here I am writing Microsoft. And here also I am writing one more Microsoft. Okay. So if I run this, see the first occurrence of Microsoft is capitalized, whereas the second occurrence is not capitalized. So in every line, only the first occurrence is replaced. here we have first occurrence. So in every line, first occurrence is replaced. Suppose if I use G here, G, any number of times it occurs in the same line, it will replace. See here, this Microsoft, as well as this, both occurrences were replaced. Okay, if we didn't give the G, that means only the first occurrence in every line is replaced. If you give G, any number of times it occurs in the same line, those occurrences will also be replaced. Suppose I want to replace only in the first line. I don't want to replace in the other lines. So you can specify the address range there. So only the words of your first line were replaced. Okay. So even if you remove this G, only the first line, first occurrence only it will replace. Okay. Even you can specify a regular expression. Say for example, for these lines, line 5 to line 8, I want to remove these line numbers. So L5, L6, L7. So this line number I want to remove, and I want to display only this particular text. So in that case, you can write a regular expression here. Okay. So from line 5 to line 8. Okay. What we want to do? Substitute. And to identify this, these lines are having a same pattern. So starting letter is L, followed by some digits. Say for example, even suppose line 8 to line 12 you want. Suppose line 8 to line 12. So what is the pattern that those lines are having? Search for begin with L. They begin with L, followed by some digits. This is a digit class. And the digit can be a single digit or more than one digit. So, and followed by a space. So this is the regular expression I have written. It begin with L, followed by one or more digits, followed by space. That means till here it will find. Okay, it will find. Those lines you replace with nothing. You want to remove them. Remove those this pattern. You want to remove this particular pattern. So that means substitute is nothing. So if you give a immediate slash, that means it will be replaced by null. It will be replaced by null. G. Okay. So from 8th line to the 12th line, you are searching for this particular pattern. It should begin with L. After that, you can have one or more digits followed by space. So you are searching for this particular pattern, and then that pattern will be replaced by null. Null. Why it has not replaced? Yes. Here this class is in extended regular expression. We have to use extended regular engine. To specify that, we need to use minus capital E option. Minus capital E means use extended regular expression engine. So because this class is available only in extended regular expression engine. Okay, so that's why you to say your said that you use the extended regular expression engine, you have to use -e option, then only this will work out. Okay, so for the line 8 to line 12 it has removed this. Okay, so use extended regular expression features to say that we use -e option, -E option.
Why you have given G? Without G, we can also.
Yeah, without G also it will work because it occurs only once. Because it occurs only once, without G also it will work. If we have a more than one occurrence, then only we need to use G. Otherwise, need not. If you use G also, no problem, because if there is only one occurrence, only that occurrence will be replaced. Okay. If by mistake, if you have a multiple occurrences, even them you want to remove, then you can use G. Okay, so that is substitute option. Substitute. Suppose if we use a negation of S, then what happens? Except the lines 8 to 12, for the remaining lines it will perform that action. Except the lines 8 to 12, for the remaining lines it will perform that action. Negation. Negation means opposite. If you opposite of specified substitution. Okay, so that is about substitution operation action. Okay, whereas we have we need to see what is insert, append, and change. Okay, we'll see. Suppose you want to add some more text to your like you want to put some headings, headers and footers to your document, or you don't want to show certain lines of your text. So in that case we go for those I option. I means insert. Always insert will work. Insert before the specified line. Before the specified line it will insert. A means append. After the specified line it will append. Okay, I means before, A means after. It will work like that. Okay, suppose I want to put some headers and footers to my document. Okay, say we can say E one I means before the first line. I means insert, where it will insert before the specified line I said. So one I means it will insert as a first line. First line. Before the first line means if whatever line that you are inserting will become the first line. Okay. Header. So this line I want to insert on this file. So it will insert, where it will insert? It will insert this header, whatever you specified here. This line is inserted before the first line. So this is the line 1. So before that it will insert. Suppose if you specify append. So it will insert after the, suppose the same thing, instead of I, if I specify A after the first line. See here, L1 after the first line it has inserted. You can even combine both. Insert before the first line header, and you specify one more minus e, another sed command you are using. Okay, so specify that $a, dollar means last line. After the last line, you insert footer. Okay, so before this e will execute this, and this e will execute this. So before the first line header, after the last line footer. Dollar means here last line. After the last line, you are performing append operation. See here. So dollar has a specific meaning. Dollar means last line. So if you put it here in the double quotes, it won't work. It won't do that interpretation. Okay, it has interpreted this as a like a means append, dollar means last line. Whereas if you put it in double quotes, that interpretation will not be done. Okay, so something which is there in the double quotes, it is trying to interpret this hyphen symbol. Okay, so that is the difference between double quote and a single quote. Interpretations will not be interpreted correctly when you use a double quote. It will try to interpret everything which occurs inside that double quote. Hyphen doesn't have any meaning, so it is asking you, it is showing an error. If you put something in a single quote, it won't interpret the meaning of the symbols that occurs inside that, except the specified one, like predefined ones. Okay, so that is insert and append. Whereas when we go for a change, append, so change the suppose you have a document. In that document, you have some secret information, some account number, which is there in some n places. Wherever the account number comes, you want to hide that line. You don't want to display that particular line. A line contains that account number. So in that case, you can write a change option. You, instead of that line, you display something differently. Change that line. Suppose in these lines, wherever I have the word Microsoft, those lines I don't want to display them. Instead of that, I want to display some message. Okay, so sed minus e wherever I find the word Microsoft, change it as so you display this. Wherever you find this, change that as with this. That particular line, entire line. See here, wherever the word Microsoft is there, that line, entire line is replaced by, changed as this, censored. Okay, so those lines it will not display. So that is change option. Okay, suppose you want to change every second line, you want to display only alternate lines. Okay, so you can say every alternate line starting from 1 tilde 2 change. Okay, change it as something. So every alternate line is changed as null. Whatever you specify here, it will change these lines with this message. Okay, so like that you can work out different commands, different actions that you can perform on a such script. Now we will see till now we have executed sed like a script. Like a command line. From the command line, you are executing the sed command. Suppose you want to write that in a file like a sed script and then run the sed script. Okay, I have already written some sed scripts here, so we will execute it. Say here, I have taken one sed script hf.sed. Whatever that we have done in the last session, insert the header and then footer and then some break lines in between. So that code I have written in this sed script hf.sed. So what I did, so execute the sed with this is a shebang. I am specifying run the command like a script, sed -f option. Okay, so before the first line, insert the header. After the last line, insert the footer. From line 1 to S, wherever there is a word in place of, replace that with in lieu of on the entire document. After the 6th line, before the 6th line, insert means before the 6th line, you put this sample stuff here onwards, and from 6th line to the last line, from the 6th line to the last line, wherever there is a word in place of, followed by dot star means till the end. Dot star means after that you can have a character which can be repeated any number of times. That means from the word in place of till the end of that line. This says that till the end of that line. From the word in place of to till the end of that line, replace with null. Suppose you have in place of here, from this place to till the end, it will remove everything. Okay, replace with null. So that is the script we have written there. Now, how to run this is sed minus F option and the script name. The script, every sed script will have an extension of .sed. How your shell script is having .sh extension, the same way sed script is having an extension of .sed. hf.sed space sample.txt. So first command is insert header before the first line. So it has inserted a header before the first line. After the last line, insert footer. Footer is inserted, appended. So 1 to 5 lines. In the first 1 to 5 lines, wherever there is in place of, that is replaced by in lieu of, first 5 lines only. Okay, and then before the 6th line, insert this, and from 6th line to the last line, wherever there is a word in place of, from there it has removed everything. So we will see the original file. So this is the original file. So from line 6 onwards, see here, in place of, from here till the end, it has removed line 6. Okay, image J, after that this whole thing is removed. And in this line also, it has taken up to only Firefox. After this, it has removed everything. In this line also, in this line also, here also, in place of, wherever you find in place of, from there till the end of the line, it has removed everything. Like it has replaced with null. Okay. So all these commands that we have written in your sed script are executed one after another, like your shell script. Okay. So that is the basics about the sed script. Whereas we have one more concept called automatic scripting. In the 8th week, we have one more concept called automated scripting. So automating the scripting means sometimes we want to take a backup of our files after every 1 month or 15 days or 1 week. Okay, so every time manually you are copying using cp command and then storing them, so it will be hectic things. So what we'll do is we will write one script. It will be run automatically when an event occurs. Okay, it can be a timer, time slice, or it can be some event, or like when you restart your system, when you shut down your system, when you when it is morning 5 o'clock. So like that we will specify one event. When that particular event occurs, it should be fired automatically. That script should be run automatically. That is called automating scripts. So that you can like generally the recurring tasks, whichever work that you want to do repeatedly, such are like suppose whenever some vacancy is there, you want to send a mail to the like automatic mail reply. You want to send some messages, automatic mail reply. In those cases also we require this. Or whenever you want to take a backup of the things. Okay, so in such a cases, wherever you want to run your script automatically without any user interaction, so in that such a case you can do this automatic scripting. So that you can do it using a cron entry, cron tab entry. So these are the different tools that are available. So many tools are available for automatic scripting, whereas we use this cron tab entry. We enter one command in the cron tab, so that it will run automatically when that event occurs. So even there are some scripts in your system, they will run automatically. Say when you power off your system, when you switch on your system, some apps will be running. So how those are running is, so for every action, like every automatic script that you want to run, it will be having a specified folder. So we will write a cron tab, like if you put your script in those locations, they will run automatically. Say for example, in your system, there will be one folder called /etc/cron.daily. There is one folder like this. So if you put some script inside this, it will run daily. Suppose if you put your script inside this folder, etc/cron.monthly, inside this folder, if you put your script, that will be run automatically every month. Okay, so this every day, every hour, if you want to run your script every hour, you put it in this folder. These are the some default locations where you need to put, so that these are the predefined folders. If you put your script in those folders, they will be run. If you put it here, it will run every hour. If you put it in this folder, it will run daily. If you put it in this, it will run monthly, like that. Okay, so the cron tab entry will have this syntax. See here, this whatever field that you are specifying first, this indicate the minute, in which minute you want to execute your job. Okay, so in which minute, so this value can be between 0 to 59, because we have a 60 minutes, 0 to 59. 60th minute means it will go to the next hour. So the value of this here, the first value, you can specify any value between 0 to 59. The second value is the hours, in which hour you want to run the script. So because in a day you have a 24 hours, so this hour value can be 0 to 23. 24 means it will go to the next day. Okay, so the next one is the day, in which day of the month you want to execute this script. Say on every 15th of the month you want to do something, so like here you can specify 15, like that. So the month values can be day of the month values can be between 1 to 31, because in some of the months we will have up to 31 days. And then next is the month. Which month? January, February, like that. So the month number can be between 1 to 12, not 0 to 12, sorry, 1 to 12. So 1 means January, 2 means February, like that. We'll specify here month number. And then the next is the weekday. Like you want to run that on a Sunday, every Sunday, or Monday, Tuesday, like that. So the week number is specified between 0 to 6. 0 means Sunday. 0 means Sunday, 1 means Monday, like that. Okay, so 1 to 5 means, range means from Monday to Friday. The meaning of this is from Monday to Friday. Okay, so this is the username on this user, and this is the command that you need to execute. What I want to say here, cd to this folder /home/script/backup. You go to this particular folder, you change to this folder and execute this script. This is the shell script we have there. So you go to this particular folder and execute this shell script. This is the action you want to, this is the command you want to perform when this particular event occurs. So what is the event that we specified here is every 5th minute of like 2 hours 5 minutes, 2 hours 5 minutes. Star means all, in all the day, all the months of the, all the days, all the months. Okay, in all the days, all the months, from Monday to Friday, from Monday to Friday, at 2:05, at 2:05 you execute this script. So that is the meaning. Run mybackup.sh as a root, or like who is running this script, that username. Okay, who is running this script as a root, you run this script every working day, like 1 to 5, Monday to Friday is a working day. So on every working day at 2:05 a.m. That is the meaning of this entry. 2:05 a.m. on every day, every month. Like 1 to 5 means weekdays, like only weekdays. On weekdays of every day, every month, at 2:05 a.m. you run this script. That is the meaning of this entry. Like I'll show you the demonstration, how to do the automatic scripting. So I have written a script called mybackup.sh script. So inside that, what we are doing, we are assigning some value to a file. B file is a variable name. To that, I am assigning /home/Hemlata vk backup.log. So it is pointing to this one, this file, mybackup.log file. B file means is a variable which contains this mybackup.log file. The entire path I have specified from the root, /home/ under Hemlata under vk. That in that you have this file. Okay, now echo, I have written starting backup automatically, just some message, simple message I have written, and that I am redirecting, appending to this file. So it will write starting backup automatically. That line it will write it to this file, mybackup.log file it will write. Okay, and after that I am also writing, appending this double greater than means redirection, appending. I am also, next line I am appending date to this file. So this B file is pointing to this mybackup.log. So to this file I am writing the date, second line, and the third line again I am writing backup process completed. Just for simplicity, simply what I am storing here, only a date, at what time exactly this script is run. To know that, I am just storing the date, system date in that. So so these 3 lines, starting backup automatically, and then date and time, and then backup process completed. So these 3 lines I am writing, appending to this particular B line, and also at the end I am inserting a line, hyphen line. Okay, so this is the code we have written. Okay, so suppose let us see what did we have, like my backup.log file. So it is running every day, like I have written a script and left it out. So it has increased every time it is running when that event occurs. So that file size has become like this. In the last term, I have written this script. By this time, now it has so many entries. Okay, so just simply let me remove everything. Okay, so let me remove the complete file and then create a empty one. Remove my backup.log file. Let me create a empty one. Okay, now if you see the size of that file is 0. That means it doesn't contain anything. So let us run manually. Backup.sh file you run manually. This file you run manually. So if you see the contents of log file, so now you see the size. So it has written some 4 lines or something, so which is size of 126. So you can see that. So whatever we have written on that script, the same thing is copied. Those 4 lines were copied to this. Okay, so let me remove this. So that is done at the system date and time. So this is your system date and time. So now it is 15 hours 56 seconds minutes and 23 seconds on November 17th. So this is the your system time. Now what we'll do is we will make a cron tab entry. We will make a cron tab entry to run this script automatically once again at now it is now it is 15 minutes or something. So we will write a cron tab entry so that it will run after 3 minutes. So 18, I am writing here 18 18th minute when it comes. Sorry, this is 56th minute ago, no? So I will write 59th minute. It will run at 59th minute. So cron tab, to modify the cron tab entry, we will use the command cron tab -e option. Cron tab -e option. Cron tab -e and then press enter. Here I am making the correction. So 59th minute, I want to change this as 59th. It should run at 59th minute of every hour, every day, every month, on every day. So the script that you want to run is my backup.sh. Okay. So I have made a cron tab entry. Now it is 58th second. What is the size of our file? 126. Now we will see after 59th minute. If you see, then this size should be to 126 plus another 126. So 252 around. So it should change like that. Okay, we'll wait till we reach to the 9th minute. We have written 59 minute there. So we will wait till then and then execute. See here. So now the time is over. 59th minute again it came. So now if you see the size of the file, my backup.log file at double the size, and that means it made another entry. Automatically it has run that script, my backlog.sh script, it has run, and then it made an entry into the log file. See here, exactly at 59th minute it has written this script. It has started writing at 59th beginning. By the time it has written this line and came to this place, it has 1 second, 1 more second has elapsed. Okay, so like that you can put an entry in the cron tab and you can make your scripts run automatically. Okay, so these are the different scripts in our daily like in your daily activities. Whenever you switch on your laptop or a system, there will be some scripts which are running automatically when you shut down your system, when you boot up your system. Okay, initially when you start your system. Okay, so there will be some scripts which are running automatically. So where we will have those scripts means, if you put some script in this folder /etc/init or /etc/init .d. So in these folders, those scripts will be run when you start your system. Whereas if you put some script in this folder record 0.d, whenever you shut down your system, whenever you shut down or power off your system, the scripts which are there in this folder will be run. Okay, when you are using a single user mode or multi-user mode. Okay, so if you want to run when you are using a single user mode, you have to put that script in this folder. Okay, like that there will be some folders which will run automatically, run the scripts automatically. So your task is just simply write a script, put it in that folder so that it will be run when that event occurs, when the shutdown or power off occurs. Whatever the script that you have put it in this folder will run. Okay, these are the default automated scripts that were written. Okay.
And how do we put a script in that folder?
How do, like, admin can only put, like if you like the script which we have written here. Okay, so what we did here, we go to the cron tab entry and then return the script. So instead of that, if you put this script instead of timer, you put all the stars and put the script. This script, suppose if you put it in your Linux in this folder, if you put that script, then that script run automatically when you shut down your system. It will run. Like these are the default run level entries that were set automatically. The cron tab entries are written there.
Cron tab entries.
Default cron tab entries were written there.
Cron tab -e.
not minus e. Actually, if you want to write, we use cron tab minus e. But system cron tab entries, you can use cron tab command, cron or maybe I don't have the super user permissions. That's why it is not displaying what are the automated scripts that were written in the system. If you are a super user, I think if you use cron tab, it will show what are the cron tab entries that were made in your system. Okay, so for this particular folder, there will be one cron tab entry. How it was written is, when the system is shut down, you run the script. That cron tab entry was made in this particular folder. So it will, if you put a script over there, here .sh script, that will run automatically. Even if you put it in this folder, init.d, some script, when you power on your system, it will automatically run. So even in the Windows also, you can make some apps that will run by default. By default, they will come when you switch on your startup. You will put, if you put something in the startup, some application or some program, if you put it in a .exe file, if you put it in startup folder, they will automatically open when you switch on your system. Okay, so those are automated scripts. So like that, in Linux, these are the default folders where you need to put your scripts so that they will run automatically when that event occurs. Okay.
And ma'am,
Yes.
yeah, ma'am, backup. Uh,
Your voice is breaking.
just go back.
Your voice.
Just go up. What first line? Hello, ma'am.
Here.
Yeah, this one, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, home/script/backup. So backup is command here.
No. This is the folder, like where you are writing. See, this is the path. Like here, what we did is, in the home folder, there is one directory called scripts. Under that, there is another directory called backup. Okay, this is the path. This is the path. In that path, there is one file called mybackup.sh. Okay, so you run that. Okay, first you go to this particular folder. After that, from there you run this script. Even I have written like that only, no? If you check the my cron tab entry.
Cron tab minus.
See here how I have written. CD, where we are now. Like where we are now, /home, Hemlata, username is Hemlata. I'm teaching in week 8. Now I am in week 8. So this is the folder where I am currently, my present working directory, that is. Okay. Under that, I have written one script called mybackup.sh. So run that. First you go to this folder and then run this file.
Okay.
That is path. Where your script is there, that path. Okay, so this is my path, Hemlata, week 8. So this is the path where your script is there. Because here we are saying /. Dot means from the current directory. In the current directory, there is this file. You run this file. So to say that current directory, first we need to go to the place where this script is present. So that's why we have written this first. You need not write, you need not go and then. So you can directly specify the entire path of the script here itself. Instead of this, you can specify the entire path of your script that you need to run. No need of cd and then run dot slash. Absolute path directly you can specify. So that is automated scripting. Any doubt? Okay. If you don't have any doubts, we'll wind up the class.
Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, in